Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back. I guess I'm supposed to be done saying good morning at this time. It's midday, it's noon. So I guess I'm supposed to just say good day. At least in my time zone. Some of you guys might have a different time zone. Also good in the hood. I'm good with that. But either way, welcome back to the second game in this best of 3 series. 5POWER versus EDG. In case you missed it, first map that was Cobblestone, chosen by 5POWER, and they managed to secure the victory 16-5. Absolutely demolishing Edward Gaming on that map. Let's see how it pans out here on cash. The map has been chosen by Edward Gaming. They are going to be starting on the T side. 5POWER once again taking the knife round, securing their CT start. And for this pistol round, we do have a bit of utility here on Casa. A single smoke and 2 flashes. No utility on 5POWER for this round. 5POWER going for something we traditionally see in EU and NA. The A retake, the 5-man retake A strat. I don't know what people usually call it. That's what I call it. Which is strange, because if I call that in the midst of a game, people are like, mate, you could just have set, like, one play A, okay? That would have been easier and faster. And they're right. This is exactly the setup that 5POWER have. They have one player over towards a truck. He's just going to be holding back. As soon as the push coming in here from EDG, 5POWER, they are going to know about it, and they're going to go for the fast rotation. It seems like EDG are actually going to fall back and go for a bit of aggression from middle instead. That's a bit interesting, not something we see that often. QKA, he gets absolutely demolished, trying to go for that quick flank. Gets taken down quite easily. Starladder trying his very best to connect some shots out towards middle. 1-for-1 trade here, as Forget did manage to catch one on a BR. 4-on-4 situations. Dewey down towards CT. He finds one on Casa. Trying his very best to find a second, but it is going to be Spinach to take him down. Starladder down towards CT as well, dealing a good amount of damage here on WJW. Very back and forth this far. Forget moving in towards the side, taking a good amount of damage. And Spinach jumping on top of the side box will secure the final kill on Forget. The pistol round in favor of Edward Gaming. Interesting decision here from Edward Gaming. It's very... I mean, we rarely see anyone go for the... You know, a fake in the pistol round. Especially towards the A bomb site. Usually if we see a fake, it's a mid fake and then heavy aggression towards either A or B. But good decision here from Edward Gaming, and they're making it count. Good amount of damage done towards Casa. He goes down to just 8 HP. I was about to say 5, that would have been a lie. Goes down to 8 HP. ABR. He has taken a bit of damage as well. All 3 players here from 5POWER over towards the A bomb site. Well, 2 of them on this side and 1 over by truck. That's not 5-on-3 situation favoring Edward Gaming. I haven't committed to anything just yet. You see Casa with the bomb. Only gonna make his way back towards mid garage. Edward Gaming, after a bit of early aggression, they are slowing down, but WJW, he managed to find Starladder. AVR catches KQA, and he's gonna go down as well. Quite easy round here for EDG. Not losing a single player, even though they were close to losing a player. They didn't, and that's, I mean, a good round from EDG. Goes without saying, not losing a player is definitely the route you want to go. For this round, they are going to be up against pretty much a full eco with only a single smoke in play from 5POWER. 5POWER with a 4-man stack over towards the B bomb site, but no match for Spinach. He gets a triple kill. ABR here is going to go down with Spinach. Still moving up close towards the side. It is going to be Casa with his Mac 10. Get the kill on Starladder. forget. Did he have his knife out? That was so confusing to me. It looked like from the X-ray vision that I'm so fortunate to have on the spectating side of things, it looked like he was sitting in the smoke with a knife, waiting for someone to push the smoke aggressively. Didn't quite work out for him. EDG, we do manage to secure another round on the board, making it 3-0. Now finally 5POWER will have enough money to buy out completely. They are lacking a bit of utility, as you can see. Don't have too much to work with in that regards, but 5 M4s in play. Do have the AWP here for Edward Gaming in the hands of ABR. Bit of a slow start to the round, just like the previous couple of rounds here from Edward Gaming. Taking it with these. These for the first, roughly the first minute of the round. K4S, I appreciate the feedback, mate. I'm just a stand-in, and unfortunately I didn't get the PSD files, even though I asked for it. I only got some PNG files, and I know there's some issues on those PNG files, which is also why I don't have an actual match idle screen, because I couldn't change it, so it didn't really make sense to me. But I am aware that there are some mistakes on those idle screens. Unfortunately, there's not really anything I can do about it, other than punk Starladder for it. They were very busy last night when I contacted them. It's a bit unfortunate. Stuff happens, right? ABR will find a kill on QKA, and that's going to be the only kill thus far for this round, and it is indeed gonna be the only killers. Ooh, ABR. He is gonna go down after the time as well, forget. Good stuff, through that smoke. Catches ABR. That means that ABR is now gonna be, I mean, obviously he's still gonna have enough money to buy up for this round. Actually, he gets a drop, so he didn't really buy anything. Still gonna be a pretty good buy here for Edward Gaming. 4 AKs and that AWP on ABR. Still no orb in play for 5POWER. QKA, the main orb for 5POWER, decides to not go for the AWP this time around. Just save a bit of money instead. Forget, getting a bit angsty in middle. Trying to go for the shorter peak a bit. Well, a few times too many, I guess. Stewie will be getting one out towards the middle. Forces for a 4-on-4 situation now. ABR, he's fairly low on HP, and Casa, he's down to roughly 50 as well. With that being said, on 5POWER we have Stewie on 11 HP, so still quite equal ground here, especially considering as the AK-47 is a one-shot potential to the head. This is what I like to see. The teamwork in middle, it's good. It's exactly what I like to see. Casa, up close. Oh. Now, I just commemorated them on their teamwork, and then they forget to watch middle while Casa is peeking up from highway. That's not what you want to see after you praise them for having good teamwork. Bit unfortunate. 4-on-3 situation. Seems like Edward Gaming is going to try and make their way in towards the B-bomb site. They get two beautiful entry frags here. It's Gas and WJW. Both of them, well, WJW and ABR, incredibly low on HP. Stewie, he's fairly low on HP as well, and that means that Stewie and Shotapay, they're just going to hold back, see if they can hold on to their weapons and their utility for the upcoming round. It will be another round on the board here for Edward Gaming, making it 4-1. I'm a bit interested in seeing how the economy is looking here for 5POWER. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. They're definitely gonna go for a force buy with these two weapons saved. as you can see, Stewie and Shotapay, they can both drop either a FAMAS if they want a bit of utility, or they can both drop an M4, and I think that's what they're going to do. They still have enough for a bit of utility, even dropping an M4. So it's not going to be that bad of a buy here for 5POWER, actually. As you can see, not just enough money to buy the M4 with the Kevlar. So they're definitely lacking utility here, 5POWER, but still, they got 5 M4. That's pretty good. How neat is that? WJW, he decides to go aggressive with the bomb. Probably not the wisest decision. But the silver lining here for Edward Gaming is that 5POWER, they don't have any smoke. So they don't have the possibility of smoking at all. Good reaction from Karsa. He managed to connect on Nut. Up close towards Toxic Barrels on top of Highway. Spinach, he finds Forget. And once again, Spinach and Karsa, both of them fairly low on HP. 5POWER, they still have bomb control. Good job here by Stewie and Shotapay, helping each other out. Gas and ABR both going down. That means it's now going to be all on Spinach and Karsa. Both of them, as I mentioned, fairly low on HP. Definitely not the best position to be in for Edward Gaming. Spinach goes a bit aggressive, trying to see if he can make something work, possibly just pick up the bomb and hold on to it. Not going to be able to do so. Now, I'm wondering here, because Karsa, he actually has a smoke. He will try and use that smoke, but it's not going to help him to anything. As 5POWER, they're just going to go for the spray down through the smoke. And Karsa, he goes down. 5POWER, they make it 4-2. This time around, the economy from Edward Gaming is actually not that incredible. Now, they do have 3 players with I wouldn't say plenty of money, but, you know, a decent amount of money. And those 3 players are going to be buying AK-47 and a decent amount of utility as well. That means that Spinach and Karsa, they're going to be on upgraded pistols, head armor, and utility on their backs. Right, comes as no surprise that Katowice has taken some of the viewership. I'm okay with that. Especially seeing as it's somewhat early. It's a, what day is it today? My days are completely scrambled, because I don't do anything other than playing computer games and casting computer games. It's Wednesday, so it's a normal school day, I suppose. I don't know if there's a vacation going on or something like that. I suppose it's a normal school day, so well, I'm okay with not having a massive amount of viewers at this point. Especially seeing as it's an Asian game, it's a Chinese Qualifier. Usually they don't get a lot of love from the EU region, which is kind of sad, because they're actually pretty good. Well, some of them. Obviously, they have good players and bad players, just like we have in the EU. And they have in the NA. Not good positioning up on top of the smoke, using that smoke as a one-way. And Stewie, he's going to go aggressive through the Heaven smoke. Or the Upper B smoke. He managed to find 2 as well. 5POWER bringing it back, making it 4-3. And this time around, Edward Gaming, they're not going to go for a false buy this time. They don't have that much money to work with. All of them sitting on roughly 2,000. And just as I say that, 2 of the players are actually going to be... Wait. Why did they buy this much? I mean, now they have a player on 1,400. And 2 players on 1,600. Kind of a weird decision from Edward Gaming. Something we see way too often, in my opinion. Now, I've said it many times, the pistols are definitely OP. And you know, take advantage of that if you're good on a pistol. But it can also hurt you, right? If you think that, well, pistols are OP and you should always buy a pistol if you have enough money. Well, technically you should always buy a pistol because they're only 300. At least the P250 is. And if you get a kill with it, you already made back the 300 you spent on the weapon, right? But I don't think that's the case. I don't think you should always go for the P250 buy. Forget and Shotapay. Both gonna open up with a frag. Gas trying his very best to push in towards the side. ABR. He does manage to catch one, but short of pay. I think he was cosplaying that he ran out of bullets there. He's a role player. Baited out the peak. Managed to get the shots. All tied up at 4. I see someone asking if this is map 1. You can see it just below their scoreline at the very top. You saw it right there. Now it disappeared. It is indeed map 2 out of possible 3. It's a best of 3 matchup. It's the second game, the second map in this best of 3. Oh, they pretty much line up for Casa, but Casa, he's not able to take advantage of it. And actually, it's going to be QKA to come out on top. He gets the double kill. Forget he managed to get one as well. Do you speak English? Kind of, not really. English is my 3rd language. I'm doing my very best, but sometimes I mess up. It is what it is. It happens. Beautiful shot here by WJW. Keep getting confused by his name. 2-on-3 situation, and let's just call him Chinese JW. A good position, but he's going to go down to shorter pay. Spinach going to make his way in towards the side, using his own smoke for a one-way. But QKA, through the smoke, he goes with that P2K. Spraying and praying, connects the headshot. And that secures another round on the board for 5POWER, making it 5-4. For this round, as you can see, Edward Gaming, they're still gonna have enough money for a really good buy here with the AKs, but once again, they are gonna be low on utility. Casa, he goes down to Forget. Good shoulder peeking coming in from connector or mid connector set C. Call it what you want. Good peek either way from Forget. Shoulder pay up on quad on the A bomb site, just patient and waiting for a push to come in here from Edward Gaming. It does seem like they want to go towards this direction. Jotapate. Just waiting for someone to peek out. He spots one player, and the smoke's coming in as well. Priming the molly. Molly goes in. Stewie. Beautiful double headshot. Jotapate, he finds the kill on ABR. Gas, he's now going to be left alone. 1-on-4. And managed to make it into a 1-on-3 and a 1-on-2. Sitting on 3 HP, definitely going to be a tough task for him. The only silver lining for Gas in this position is that he got the one-shot potential. But he is also one-shot potential himself on only 3 HP. The round will go in favor of 5POWER once more. As you can see, Edward Gaming, they are on full losing bonus. Even with that full losing bonus, they're still going to use their brains. Go for a bit of a low buy for this round. Good positioning here by QKA, but he gets dinked down to 18 HP. What a peek. Who was that? Was that Casa? Going for a beautiful peek on that P250. I think it was. Not. Connects this shot on Spinach. Should be fairly easy round here for 5POWER. Definitely sitting in a good position at this point. Stewie, he gets the double, and QKA, he takes down ABR. It's now going to be all on WJW. 1-on-5 situation, not much he can do. Sitting on roughly 50 HP. Should be going down anytime soon now. Even lower at this point. And indeed, Shotapay will connect with the final kill. On towards WJW. He kills another round on the board for 5POWER. And once again, in case you missed it, this is the second map in this best of 3 series. 5POWER, they did manage to secure map 1. That was Cobblestone chosen by themselves. They took the victory 16-5. Here on map 2, chosen by EDG. It is cash, as you can see. Nice push up towards middle by Spinach. Taking a lot of damage from that molly and the follow-up nade. It's down to 14 HP, but still a beautiful peak on that boost spot. Okay, he finds the kill on Kaza. Quick trade coming in from ABR, and ABR with a double on that AWP. Makes it for a 2-on-4 situation now, favoring Edward Gaming. Not, he's gonna peek out towards middle. Spinach still in a decent position, up close towards mid. In the meantime, Edward Gaming, they're gonna make their way in towards the B bomb site. Should be an easy plan for them at least. Shot of paint. Trying his very best through the smoke. Good job here by Not actually. Connecting on gas. Taking him down. That's the bomb as well. Spinach has been lurking for the most of this round out towards middle. A bit awkward. But he managed to get the job done. And EDG, they managed to get the 5th round on the board. Sorry. Making it 7-5. Still in a good position, and I mean, even 5 or 6 rounds on T side of cash is not that bad actually. Not the best start to the round, so forget the bomb. Are going to be lining up for the smokes in towards the B bomb site, but once again they haven't committed to anything just yet. So plenty of time to work with here for Edward Gaming. I apologize. Just hit my table for no reason whatsoever. Again, he decides to go aggressive in towards A main. Not the perfect flash here, especially seeing as Gas was in a good position. He didn't even have to crouch to dodge that flashbang. Not, he does manage to find the kill on Casa, making it into a 3-on-4 situation, favoring 5POWER once more. Stewie out towards the middle, patiently waiting. It does seem like Edward Gaming want to make their way in towards the B bomb site. They are lining up for the smokes, as you can see. WJW lining up for the lower CT smoke. Flash coming in as well. Stewie in a good position up by high grounds. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. Stewie, QKA, and Not. Both of them, or all 3 of them, getting the kill and cleaning up towards the end of the round. Now this means that now the economy from Edward Gaming is actually going to get reset. As you can see, they're going to go for the force buy either way. It's not that pretty of a buy. I mean, they do have 2 AKs and a decent amount of utility as well. So it's not all bad. It's not awful. With 2 Deagles and Tech 9 on Casa, definitely not great either. Spinach getting caught over towards Squeaky Door. And as you can see, Edward Gaming lining up for the smokes and the flashes in towards the A-bomb site. Stewie in a beautiful spot. He gets the triple spray down as well, making it look incredibly easy. And 5POWER absolutely demolishing Edward Gaming for that round, making it 9-5. 5POWER in a good position to make it 10-5 as well, seeing as Edward Gaming, their economy is absolutely destroyed at this point. They don't really have any value to work with for this round. 3 Tech 9s, a Deagle on WJW, and Spinach on the UMP. QKA, once again, just making it look easy, like usual with that AWP. No big deal for him. Spinach, he will find one out towards middle, but goes down to 10 HP in the process. Not going to be all on gas and Spinach. 2-on-4 situation. Make that only Spinach with 10 HP. Does look like a 10-5 scoreline. Not with the wild spray down. Back and forth he goes, and he will connect the final shot onto Spinach. Securing the 10-5 in favor of 5POWER. Same exact scoreline as we saw on Cobblestone. If I'm not completely stupid. Oh, that's correct, that's correct. I'm not completely stupid for once in my life, which is good. Proud of myself. Or something. What a good start here from 5POWER, just like we saw on Cobble. And Edward Gaming, I mean, I mentioned it before the game, 5POWER, they're actually a pretty strong Chinese team. I've watched them play a few times. I was about to say many times, but that would be a stretch. I've watched them play a few times, and they're actually a pretty decent team. All this round, as you can see on the minimap, 5POWER, they are lining up for an execute in towards the A-bomb site. They do have a bit of utility here on Shorter Pay and on Forget. Good stuff by ABR. He managed to get one through the smoke. Gas on the side, managed to find one as well. ABR, he's gonna go down through the smoke. Bit of retaliation there from Nut. 2-on-3 situation, favoring 5POWER once more. WJW doing his very best, pushing in towards the forklift. He finds two, in fact. It's now going to be all on Stewie. 1-on-2 situation. He's going to go down. WJW with a triple kill to secure the pistol in favor of Edward Gaming. Nice piss around. And a superb retake. Let's not be modest. That looked pretty good. That looked really good. Nice retake there from WJW. For this round, as you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, 5POWER, they're going for some sort of a mix buy for this one. A few of the players on low buy. And we have Not, who also bought Kevlar. Not something we see that often. With that being said, he's still sitting on 1900, so even if they lose this one, they will be able to buy it for the next round. That works. Forget. Nice 1D. Beautiful entry in towards the B-bomb site. Now gonna make their way in towards the site. Unfortunately, ooh, that doesn't really matter. I was about to say, unfortunately, the bomb gets caught off guard, but QKA and now Shorter Pay as well, making it look incredibly easy. What in the world is Edward Gaming supposed to do? Now, around that definitely should have been theirs, got stolen, taken away from them by two deagles and a PC-50. Spinach, he managed to take down 1 and 2. Shorter Pay and Stewie both going down. Gas on that flank, or aware about the flank at least. Finds the kill on Nut. Just like that, Spinach. He tries to go a bit aggressive towards the site itself. He goes down to QKA. Gas, he's obviously going to fall back. See if he can hold on to this M4 for the next round. 5POWER. Again, a round they shouldn't have won, but they managed to do it. An impressive round from 5POWER. That's going to be 11-6. Edward Gaming, their economy is pretty much destroyed. Big question is, okay, they decide to go for the force buy. Now, personally, I'm not that big of a fan of this force buy. I mean, you can argue, well, they managed to hold on to an M4, so it's definitely not the worst, you know, thing they could have done. Either way, it has huge potential to absolutely wreck their economy. It looks like that's exactly what's gonna happen. WJW, he's now gonna be left alone. Good follow-up nade. Does manage to catch QKA, but he's gonna go down to a nade as well. That's Stewie on the Kobe. 12-6 for 5POWER. Edward Gaming are now gonna be on an eco. I do want to point out, if you haven't noticed already, this is only the first best of 3 out of 2 best of 3s today. 5POWER versus EDG, as you can see. It is the second map in this best of 3 series. Third map, if we get that far, will be Mirage, but before that we need to find a winner here on map 2. Gas, beautiful double kill. But quick trades coming in. Short of pay with the double as well. One for Forget, and now a double for Forget. WJW on that flank. A 1-on-2 situation. Now, as I mentioned, we have another best of 3 coming up later on today. That's gonna start at 1400 CET roughly, which is in 1 hour and 30 minutes from now. That's Tyloo versus Born of Fire Gaming. I mean, again, a match that definitely should go in the favor of Tyloo, but definitely a match that has potential of being great. I mean, Born of Fire, they're not a bad team at all, but Tyloo definitely the favorites in that one. 5POWER, as I mentioned before we went into the game, they are definitely a strong favorite in this one, and they are making it look stronger than it probably should have been. They finished out map 1 16-5. They're trying to replicate that in some regard here on map 2. Shot up 8, patiently waiting, and Spinach, he goes down. Bit of a fast round here from 5POWER. They've already gone close towards the A bomb site. Smokes and flashes in towards A. Molly as well, Stewie, good reaction on WJW. And Gas, he takes care of Shot up 8. 3-on-4, favoring 5POWER once more. Edward Gaming, once again, they're forced into this retake position. 5POWER, they've had plenty of time to get in good afterplant positions themselves. ABR, ooh, ABR, beautiful stuff. He knows. He knows exactly what's waiting for him. Stewie trying to get a bit clever on that boost on the back of Quad, but ABR just shutting him down. Does seem like Edward Gaming want to try to hold on to the AWP and the 2M4s for the upcoming round. 5POWER, they do manage to make it 14-6. In a good position to make this a 2. I'm a bit confused there. Why did Forget try to shoot the AK in towards the site? I mean, if you see one player there, there's a good possibility of there being more players. And if you shoot the AK in towards Checkers, potentially there could be one right below Checkers. Either way. 14-6. Just 2 more rounds for 5POWER. It's all it takes for them to close this one out. Take a 2-0 victory over Edward Gaming. Stewie, he's gonna open up over towards Squeaky Door. Finds the kill on Spinach. Quick trade coming in from Gas. I want to point out that Gas and Spinach, both of those players, I've mentioned their names quite a lot actually. Both of them have been playing pretty well. Obviously, they're still, they're still in a deficit. It's not looking good by any stretch of the imagination, but this round, however, looking pretty good. WJW, he managed to get 2. Finally, he will go down to QKA and Gas with the trade. 14-7 EDG. They still have a way back into the game, especially seeing as 5POWER's economy is not, you know, it's not nuts. Obviously, they still have enough money for a full AK buy in this round, but it's not that great of an economy. EDG, if they can just withstand a few more rounds, I actually have a pretty good chance of getting back into the game. Interesting stuff there with the smoke. Not something we see. We don't see that smoke miss that often, actually. It sounded like it broke some glass, but I don't think there are supposed to be any glass panels in that position. UKA trades out. Not he finds one on Casa. Gas oven heaven. Good job here by QKA. He finds the double. He finds the triple for the round. And now it's gonna be ABR all alone. 1 on 2. QKA gonna make his way up towards the site. ABR needs to be careful and not on that flank. Will shut him down. 15-7 for 5POWER, and 5POWER sitting on map and match point. If they take just one more round under their belt, will be the victors in this best of 3. Again, as I mentioned, we have another best of 3 coming up in an hour and 20 minutes from now. There will be plenty of time for you guys to go take a shower, go, you know, do your homework, whatever you need to do, depending on where you're from in the country or in the world. I guess maybe go to sleep, take a quick nap. Just remember to set the alarm for the next game. 15-7. I like to say that it's still not over, but it's definitely not looking good for Edward Gaming. And 5POWER, they're in a good position. Looking pretty good for them to close this one out 2-0. Gotta be a tough task for Edward Gaming. Especially if you miss a spray down. That should have been incredibly easy. That's exactly what Casa does. Casa, WJW, and they're now gonna be left alone. And now it's only on WJW. Down towards mid connector. We'll find one on QKA. Ooh, the BM from Casa already saying GG, even though his teammate has not died just yet. UJW gonna make his way up towards the site. The position is now known. And he will indeed go down 16-7 in favor of 5POWER, making it 2-0 in this best of 3 series. A bit easier than I expected for 5POWER, but did point out that, in my opinion, they should definitely win this one. And indeed they did. I'm gonna go on a break. I'm gonna go on an extended break. And because it's an hour and 20 minutes, I'm gonna play a few ads for you guys. And then I'm gonna head out, close the stream. And I'll be back in roughly an hour from now. Hope to see you guys then. Till we meet again. Have a good one.
E-Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure.